He's the most overlooked monster in the entire spirit world. Other than being able to detach his head and make it float around, he has no other powers at all. His name is Moby, and today, he's furious. He just realized that his name isn't even listed on the official monster registry. Not only that, even when a random human named Jack asked him for directions, Jack didn't even notice he was a monster. Feeling insulted, Moby popped his head right off his shoulders. The head hit the ground, and the temperature around them spiked. Flowers wilted instantly, but Jack didn't scream or run away. Instead, he sympathized with Moby. Turns out, Jack also felt invisible in the human world. No matter how hard he tried to prove his worth, people barely noticed him. Even though he had the same talent as his idol, it felt like nobody cared. Then Jack had an idea. If he teamed up with Moby, his live streams could blow up. And he was right. Viewers loved watching Moby's head melt things while his body froze them solid. Even Moby was surprised to discover he had that kind of power, and the longer his head stayed separated, the stronger the heat and ice became. Their follower counts skyrocketed. People on the street recognized them. Fans even lined up to shake their hands. Moby felt fulfilled for the first time, but Jack wasn't satisfied. He wanted to turn this popularity into money so he could quit his job hunt and stop being another cog in the machine. Moby didn't really understand human life, he just knew he was getting exhausted from using so much power. The next morning, Jack nearly missed a job interview. On the subway during rush hour, he looked around and saw how lifeless everyone seemed. The ties, the suits, the dead eyes, they weren't winners. They were prisoners of the system. Jack decided he would never become one of them. And then he had a crazy thought. The next day, Moby woke up to find his body missing. His head, now uncontrollable, floated into the sky and became a second sun. Heat waves swept across the planet. People fainted from heat stroke. Fires erupted everywhere. The world plunged into chaos. Jack went live on his channel. He claimed the second sun was his doing, and he gave humanity a quest: find Moby's missing body. Jack had turned the whole thing into a real-life game, with himself as the main character and everyone else as NPCs. But he had no idea that Kitaro, the monster hunter, was already closing in on him. Kitaro had discovered Moby's body's location and was preparing to end the crisis. Meanwhile, Jack was still chasing attention until he collapsed from heatstroke. When he woke up, he found himself saved by his idol. To Jack's shock, this superstar wasn't basking in fame. He was renting dozens of snow machines just to let local kids play in the snow. Jack asked why he wasn't the main character of life. The idol simply smiled and said, "I just do what I love, with everything I have. That's not easy, but that's what makes life feel real. Only then can you truly enjoy being the main character of your own story." Those words hit Jack hard. He finally got it. Meanwhile, Kitaro reunited Moby's head and body. The crisis ended. Moby shrank back to normal size. Jack still had to face the consequences. Kitaro wanted to teach him a lesson, but since nobody was seriously hurt, he let Jack go. Jack promised to change, start fresh, and make a real difference in the world. He eventually found a job he loved. It didn't pay much, but it made him happy. For the first time, Jack felt like the hero of his own story. So, have you found work that you truly love yet?